I forgot the question already.
Damn, both of us, we just tore up. But this is what I will say, because technically, according to the internet, I'm cooked. I'm above 35. I've never been married. Mm-hmm. I don't have children, which says I'm a red flag. Why would you, a man that has all of these options, a lot of the options, also indulged in some options, why would you choose a woman that is 37 instead of a woman that is 27? Is that a good question?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
That is a good question.
That's a great question.
That's a good one. Whoever wrote that one. Why would I? Mm-hmm. Just saying an age is one thing. It's who's the age attached to. Mm. You know, this age that we talked about, 37, is attached to Sarah. Like, it ain't too many of you at any age. Mm. So wherever you can get her at, you better take her. You know, I just so happy to get you at 37. You know, I would have took you at 27.
By him saying that means he was in her friend zone. What's up, y'all, man? This your boy Mazo. Now, the question she's asking him, why would you pick me at my older age, which is her age is 37? This feels like an ego-driven question. So now she's put him in a position to where he has to tiptoe and tell her the truth without triggering her. But the thing of it is, there's almost no way to tell somebody the truth without hurting their feelings.
I would have took you, you know, whenever I can get you, you know. But at the same time, now that I have you at 37, the benefits to that, you know, I would say you are wise.
Thank you.
You are, like, we talk about a lot of stuff, you know, not just business wise, just, you know, different experiences that you've had that maybe I haven't had and you can tell me about, you know, or
I mean, what kind of experiences though? Is it some kind of new business experiences that she can share with you that can improve your life? What is it? What kind of experiences? Because so far he's saying a bunch of shit that men don't really care about.
You really know yourself now. Like, you know, I would never go for this, or I've already tried this before and I know I would never do that. So you know yourself.
She knows herself. Okay. What is this woman bringing to the equation that really impacts your life? That's what I want to know. That's what the people want to know. I mean, she knows herself. That's not really telling us much.
So well, and the experiences that you coming with are like super valuable. You know.
But why wouldn't you want a young woman who is malleable, like who you can form into whatever it is that you want? Why would you want a woman that's technically cooked? Is there value in a woman that's cooked?
Yeah, the value in your experience, you know, the value in your connections, you know.
Guys, when they say a woman is cooked, that means the woman, she's cooked as far as carrying a man's offspring. This woman is 37 years old. It pretty much, when it comes down to having kids, it's pretty much over with for her. Now, it's possible, but she's at a high risk. So I don't know where they are in terms of trying to start a family, but it's possible that she's not going to have kids with this guy. I could be wrong.
Yeah, there's a lot of value in you.
Okay, well, why not someone that's 27? Don't they have value? Can't they have the same connections?
I mean, connections take time, so I mean, and it's pros and cons with both, to be honest. You know,
Tell me.
I can tell that she hasn't really prepped this guy for this, because these are conversations they should have in private, not on camera.
The cons.
The cons with a 27-year-old?
For both.
Let's do 37.
Okay.
The cons in a 37-year-old. Not necessarily you, but just a 37-year-old. You could be broken.
True.
Like I said, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about just a 37-year-old.
Why would a 37-year-old be broken?
I'll tell you why. Because around that age, especially if they're not married, most of those women, they've made piss poor choices in men, right? And as time goes on, they get more bitter and bitter and bitter. And instead of getting the help that they need to cope with this, they turn to their stupid ass single friends who are also traumatized. Instead of getting the proper help that they need, which is therapy.
She could have been broken. She's been through so many heartbreaks. You know, the guys that have done her wrong, she could be broken.
Touche. Okay, do the healing. What if she's not broken? I don't know.
What if she's not broken?
I feel like a 27-year-old is more likely to be broken than a 37-year-old.
Why?
Because a 27-year-old is still figuring themselves out. A 37-year-old, we know who we are. We're not getting broken anymore.
Well, the 27-year-old, she's still figuring out. You just said she's still figuring things out, which is true. So that means she's not broken then, because she hasn't had the experiences yet as you have. So right there, what she said didn't make a whole lot of sense, because if she's still figuring things out and she hasn't had the experiences that you've had, that means she hasn't lived long enough to be broken.
I think, as a woman,
I think a 27-year-old or 25-year-old, like, they haven't seen everything yet. They haven't experienced everything yet. So they don't think the world is, so dark, because they haven't, had their heart broken as many times, or whatever the case is.
Right. True.
They probably have an easier outlook on what a man would do for them, or what a man.
And besides, they're not at that age. They're not stuck in their ways yet.
Oh, does he really love me? I think when you're older, sometimes you bring a lot of baggage.
Like what, kids?
That's one.
I mean, kids is big.
Yeah,
or
is.
Just
that's one.
Baggage as in just past traumas.
You don't feel like young women have past traumas?
They just don't have as many because they hadn't lived as long.
Facts.
So what's their cons for young women?
A younger woman just being naive, being not as stable in life.
She didn't prep him for that. She just sprung this on him, and I can tell he's uncomfortable. He doesn't really want to be there, because the way his energy is and the way she's asking him these questions, I can tell that she runs that relationship. He's the beta in this relationship. This is a guy that was in her friend zone. She said it in the beginning of this whole interview, in the beginning of the video. Not this video, but in the beginning, throughout the video, she said it. This guy, he was in her friend zone. So pretty much I can tell that she runs this relationship. She wears the pants in the relationship, because any real man, they wouldn't even be up there, period. She couldn't drag me up there to ask me all these silly ass questions. These are questions that we have to discuss in private, not on camera.
It kind of sounds like a 27-year-old is better. Because what I'm hearing, and y'all tell me if I'm crazy. I mean, I know you're not talking about me in particular.
Oh Lord, now she's triggered.
Killer. But it sounds like more older women come with baggage. They come with more trauma. Yes, they might have more stability, but that's not really something that men are seeking. And it sounds like younger women are more naive, which means they're probably more fun, which means they probably aren't so set inside of who they are, and they have more time to give their children.
Yes.
All good points.
Yep.
Right. So why would you choose me? Let's take it out of general and make it into you and I, a 37-year-old over a 25-year-old.
Because it's you, Sarah.
No, I want to know.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the age has nothing to do with it.
Oh my God.
I'm choosing Sarah. Like, I have to get you where I met you at.
Once again, guys, he's really trying to tiptoe without triggering her. He has to tell her the truth without trying to trigger her, because she's getting triggered. Even though she's talking all in her sweet voice, she's triggered. And like I said before, she runs that relationship because a real man, you cannot get him out there to answer these questions. Can't no woman get me on it. She wouldn't be able to get me out here and ask me these personal ass questions like this. I wouldn't be doing this. You can literally look at this guy and you can tell that he's uncomfortable with doing this.
Okay, so for a woman, so give me qualities of a me for women to say, okay, this is what I get to work on, so that whether you're 27 or 37, a man like you that has a ton of options, and women literally do everything for you for nothing from you, which is crazy to me. How do they bag that man? Does that question make sense?
Yeah,
like, is that a useful question?
It makes sense.
Like, because the internet is weaponizing age, and it's weaponizing singleness, and it's making women that are older feel like Paul Pierce says we're cooked, right? Once we hit 35, really 33, or really 30. Once we hit 30, we're cooked. Our eggs are dried up.
The internet is not weaponizing anything. You women are just not used to hearing it in recent years, because this is how it's always been. This is what men have always talked about, but you're just now hearing it on the internet. Men are just now voicing it because for decades, men weren't allowed to speak their piece. There are no men outlets for men to talk and talk about these things, because every time a man would try to talk and speak his side of the story, they get shut down. Black men in particular.
No good, nobody wants us anymore, right? So why have you now, a man that has options, you have money, you have a huge house, you have investments, you're handsome, 6'7" 3/4. You got a lot of, you've surpassed the 4 6s, all of them, and there's way more than that, right? So if he has all that, then ma'am, what are you worrying about this for? He chose you. This is what you want. I've seen other interviews with this woman in it, and she's always talking about, she has to have a man that makes more than her, which is 6 figures. So you already have that. So what's the problem? Why are you questioning him? You have it. Go on with your win. Would you or someone like you that has options choose to lock in with someone that is older?
So I'm just gonna reword it a little bit. I'm choosing to lock in with Sarah, right?
Okay.
And what do you do for me? What makes me choose you over anybody else?
Yes.
It's the way you make me feel, like when we together. Just how rare you are, even though the age, having no kids, the life lessons, that you've demonstrated to me just, in the time that we've been together. I just know that with us together, like how stronger I'm going to become because of you. Like the motivation, like the push, I feel you so happy and jolly that it just automatically like transitions to me. Like, so I you say it all the time, like I'm a grumpy, whatever. Like you wake up and you like hello and all of this, and you know, and that automatically like transitions to me, and it makes me feel in a better place. Like, so it's a lot of, you know, intangible things that I can't even just articulate like
We'll
that.
try for the women
I'm
at
trying.
home because they want to know, how do they get a man? How do they get a 7-figure earning, 6'7" tall, freaking fit? I ain't gonna talk about what's mine and all the other things. How do they? I'm not, because I don't want nobody.
Bitch, just be glad that you have them. You finally got them, and that still ain't good enough. Guys, like I said earlier, she didn't prep that guy for this interview. They just sprung this shit on him. And it's clear as day that guy, he's very uncomfortable with answering these questions. Because in reality, men, we don't want to be up there answering questions like that. This is shit that we have to be discussing in private. I don't want to be discussing our relationship on camera. And these are all just questions for her ego. She just trying to placate her ego. And you see what he has to do. He has to tiptoe around just to keep her ego polished without triggering her, because he's scared to make her mad. Once again, guys, this is that old we're both partners bullshit. I bet you any amount of money she's go around telling people that they're partners. She's got the man she wants, because every other interview she says she always talking about she has to have a man that makes the same as her or either more. So you finally got that. Now that still ain't enough. Now you have to question him. Look, just go on with your damn win. Y'all about to be married, and good for them. Good for them. You know what I'm saying? They're engaged, and we need more black couples like this. So good for them. I'm happy for her. Go on with your win. What the hell you got to question him for? You know, it's just all about her ego. You know what I'm saying? This is a selfish woman, guys. It ain't about them. It's about her. But anyway, yo, this your boy Mazo, man. Violate that like button. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.